Anthony, as we look at the offensive line, of course, unfortunately, Devin Willock passed away on
Yeah.
January 15th. He had a couple starts for the team. So um, that's just an unthinkable situation that happened there. As we look on the field, Broderick Jones moves on. Warren McClendon, one of the best in the business, moves on as well. Your thoughts about offensive line, and if you think that they're fairly set, or are they going to continue to mix and match and try to figure things out up front?
Well, they'll always try to mix and match and cross train guys, but I think they're relatively set as far as the starters go. I mean, Georgia is very fortunate to have Amarius Mims, who's goes 6'6", 330 pounds, slide in at right tackle. Amarius played a lot. Has played a lot last 2 seasons for his first 2 seasons, and I think he's got a potential to be a really dominating tackle type guy. I think he'll probably remain on the right side. That's just where he seems to be more comfortable, which is going to leave left tackle is really the only spot open. Right now, it looks like it's going to be redshirt freshman Ernest Green, who missed came in last year, had some injuries, had back surgery about middle of the season, but he's healthy now, and I think he'll probably get the first shot at that. If he doesn't win, then maybe somebody like Austin Blasky, who's been with the program now for 3 years, gets a look there. But otherwise, I mean, getting Cedric Van Pran to come back for one more season at center was huge. I mean, he's going to be just a tremendous boon for whoever's going to be the quarterback. We'll have a center who has played umpteen, dozen games in the SEC, won a couple of titles. Is going to be somebody they really lean on, not just on the offensive line, but as far as the entire, team, as well. Right guard, they've got, Tate Rowledge is back. Left guard, Xavier Truss. But they got to develop some depth, and that's probably the biggest thing. You got is a couple of freshmen, early enrollees that are going to get a chance, I think, to work their way into the two deep. Micah Morris is a guard who's had some injury problems. He's his third year in the program, but he's got a lot of potential. I think he'll have a chance. But getting depth, I think they've got players. They've just got to figure out which ones are going to fit where. But as far as the starting offensive front goes, I still think they got a chance to be very, very good.
Usually one of the best in the nation. So I guess there's little to think that that won't happen again this year, as long as they all stay healthy, or relatively healthy. Everybody gets hurt at some point along the offensive front. But do they feel confident with 7 or 8 deep at this point?
Yeah, that's the question. They would like, I think, it to be probably about 10 deep, to be honest with you. I mean, we just have a straight 2 deep across the board. And I think they'll get to that. Like I said, some of the freshmen they're bringing in, I think, have a lot of potential. Freeling and as another kid, his name escapes me right now, that I think will make some very good tackles for Georgia down the road. And that's probably the position. The tackle position is the one they really need to upgrade more so than the guards, because they got a lot of guard types at UGA right now.
There we go, folks. Check out Anthony's work at UGAsports.com on Rivals. Anthony, we always appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure.